Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It's nice to see some new faces and some friendly faces that I recognize as well. Um, I wanted to, there we go. I wanted to welcome you all here because everyone here has come to Q Sciences for different reasons. And it's going to be really nice to hear the different ways that we can bring Q Sciences into our lives or into new businesses or into current businesses. For me, for those of you who don't know me, I am a movement and mindset coach. I started by teaching yoga for a long, long time. I started studying exercise physiology because I was obsessed with the body and the mind and how they are intertwined. From there, I started coaching people. I work with different nutritionists between here in Canada, where I'm based, and in Australia, where I lived for 7 years. So I would say I'm slightly obsessed with the human body and what we're able to do and what we put in, whether it's our thoughts or the foods that we put into our body or the energy that we put in, and then what we can do with that. So whether it's performance-based, working with athletes, or whether it's ability to do something new that you weren't able to do before, or just move better through life. So for me personally, what brought me to Q Sciences was the fact that I capped out. Very grateful for that, but the hours in my day have capped out. I'm still studying part-time and I'm working full-time running my business. And throughout the day for me, I'm back to back seeing clients and then going to uni and then coming home and seeing more back-to-back clients. So I need something that's going to run in the background in order for my business to scale. And as a nutrition coach, I am so picky about what I tell or advise my clients or recommend to my clients, because there's so much on the market that I don't trust. And for me, if I'm going to recommend something, I want to know exactly what's in it and I want to test it on myself before I give it to anybody else. So you might know if I've told you this already, but with Q Sciences, I have an Excel spreadsheet with everything that I've tried day by day and the responses that my body has had to it, because I want to make sure that everything that I say and recommend is of quality, because I know that my network and the people that I connect with value that, and I value that as well. So everything that I've been trying with Q Sciences has been awesome. I'm really liking everything so far. So when Janelle provided me with the opportunity to get involved with this company, I jumped on it, which was really fun. And as a small business owner who had zero support in starting my own business, this is just, there's endless support with Q Sciences. And I think that if you've got 2 hours in your week, you can create a small business with 2 hours in your week. If you've got 40 hours in your week and you want to dedicate all of your time to it, you can do that too. So what is really helpful for me, and I know a lot of the people in my community, if we're coaches, is that we might be time poor, and this might be something that we can help other people with and continue to help other people with, and then help other people within our industry grow. Also, if you're out of the industry as well. So if you are a stay-at-home parent, or if you are a student, or if you're trying to have a side business, this is a great opportunity for you to do that. And I'm really excited to see where we can go, especially here on the West Coast. And then with all my wonderful folks in Australia who are getting started with this too, I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to connect and to be able to be a team, even if we're an ocean apart. So yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who came to support and to help with this. I'm really excited to hear what Julie and Sean have to say, as well as Janelle. If you have any questions throughout this whole time, please don't hesitate to ask. There's a lot of information that's going to come at you. And this is the opportunity, whether you're watching the recording of this or you're watching this live, to ask questions and to get curious, because the more questions you ask, the better, and the more we can work as a team and support each other to grow together. So that's me. If you have any questions, please let me know. These Zoom calls are always a bit fun for me because I can see everybody's faces and their little mute symbols, but I really don't know what your response is. So if you have questions, just pop them in the chat or raise your hand or whatever. But yeah, I'm super excited that you're all here. So thank you. I'd love to pass this on to Janelle. There you go. That's the ball for you, my dear. Janelle's a really good friend of mine, and she is a wealth of joy and energy and information, and she is a badass entrepreneur. So please, Janelle, take the ball.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the best intros I've ever heard, I think, on one of these calls, especially for like you doing this for the first time and having the confidence of hopping on here, Sarah. So I met Sarah at F45. She was my strength coach. And the second I met her, I was like, we're going to be good friends or business partners. I just had that feeling with her. I just thought from the very beginning, she had so much knowledge and just passion towards health and wellness and coaching. So thank you, Sarah, for introducing me. So I'm Janelle. I'm out in the West Coast from the interior of British Columbia. My background is actually exercise physiology and kinesiology. I graduated, 8-9 years ago in university. And I kind of went towards clinical physiology and then more management at UBC for the School of Kin. And I've always had a drive towards health and wellness, for helping people and just clean products for myself and my husband. He's a strength coach in Vancouver. And so I actually was with a different company for about 3 years, and I loved working for myself. I loved having the ability to do it for 15 minutes a day or 2 hours a day and not have a boss. I just really enjoyed that aspect, and to help people and see their wins was amazing. However, the paychecks weren't really they weren't coming in as much effort I was putting out. I couldn't see those paychecks coming in as much as I wanted them to be. And it was a business. And so I came across Q more recently, and I just kind of watched people grow, and I just watched the systems happen. And then I saw the leaders that were winning and also running alongside, like someone like Sean and Julie, to work alongside these kind of people for a business. You can't get this timing anywhere else. So from my experience with a different company, I had a bit of support, but not like this. It's completely different. And my month and 2 days into this business, I've already ranked up twice. I've already got $200 in bonuses. That's US dollars. And also I've helped people grow theirs. It's just really cool. You'll learn today about the systems, about this company, and how you support each other in different ways you haven't done before. And so it's so much fun. I'm so excited to introduce Julie. I met her just through a YouTube like this, a video that was on YouTube. Reached out to her. She's the top leader in all of Canada, which I find really crazy to have her on our team, to have her leadership and direction and just her support. And she's an awesome person. So thank you for your time, Julie, for being here. She's out on the East Coast, 4 hours ahead, almost at midnight over there. So thanks for being here, Julie.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the introduction, Janelle. Sarah, that was amazing. As Janelle said, you're brand new and you're just so confident, and you're just amazing to listen to. So I'm super excited for what's in store for both of you guys with this company. My name is Julie Ross. I've been here since the beginning of January in this company. I've been an entrepreneur for almost all of my adult life. I'm 42 years old, and I started my first business when I was 21. Business is my passion. It's what I love. I also love health and wellness. And I can relate to a little bit of Janelle's story when she talked about working for yourself, not having a boss. That's my jam. I don't do bosses. I don't do working for other people. But I've always felt like in some of the businesses that I ran, I was like, God, I'm putting in a lot of time and a lot of energy, hours and hours, for what I'm getting back out. And then here at Q Sciences, I always feel like I put in a lot of hours. I treat this like a business. I take it very seriously, but I get it back a millionfold. We've had the opportunity to work with mentors who have built 6 and 7 figure businesses in this industry since we've joined in January. We've been mentored by the president of the company. My husband has golfed with the founder and CEO of the company. It's been honestly a dream come true for us to be here in this timing right now. And I'm going to get Janelle to flip it ahead to the next screen just to show you a little bit about the company. And I'll tell you a little bit about where the timing is in Canada right now, which is super exciting, and in Australia as well. So this is it, Q Sciences, Quintessential Biosciences. Quintessential meaning the best of the best, and bioscience meaning backed by science. So I love that all of our products are incredibly clean, but they are also totally backed by science and the latest technology. And Q is incredibly focused on having like the best of the best products and being ahead of the game in all aspects of technology. We were founded in 2012. We're based out of Utah. And the company just really started to take off in the wellness side of things in 2018. When this is our CEO and founder, Mark Wilson, here on the left. He's a retired NFL football, I said it's a quarterback, yeah, a quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. Last night I called it something different. Oh no, I called it the superback. It's not the superback. He's a retired NFL quarterback for the Oakland Raiders, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and just an amazing person with incredible integrity who sought out to in retirement to help people in a huge way. In 2018, they really took off in the direct sales side of things when they brought on Mr. Jake Spencer, who is now our president and co-owner. And he is also my personal mentor and friend. He's called me on the phone to talk about the Canadian market. And that's just because of the timing of where we're at right now. There's less than 1,000 people in Canada into this company right now. So if you're in Canada and you're looking at this, you're going to be able to say, I was one of the first 1,000 people to join this company. This is a look at a growth curve that is typical in business. You tend to start off slow and then you go into momentum. So in a company like this, the sweet spot really is having the opportunity to get in before momentum has started. And we are just starting to see that momentum now. We're still 3 to 5 years from peak momentum and becoming a household name. But if you join this company now, you get to say that you were there when it became a $1 billion company, not that you joined a $1 billion company, which is a huge distinction. We're in 23 countries around the world. We most recently launched in the Czech Republic, Malaysia, and Italy. And we really are exploding in Australia right now and New Zealand. We have recently opened a warehouse there at the beginning of September. Things are picking up there. Their shipping has increased from, I don't know how long it took before, probably the same as Canada, at least a couple weeks, to just being 3 to 4 days. And things have just taken a huge surge. The first person in Australia just hit Ruby today. So things are looking really good over in that country. And we're super excited to be just at the forefront of all of this growth. So I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Sean Cooper. His wife is my best friend. We met just from a Facebook post and we just became besties. He is an exercise physiologist and a licensed dietitian, and he's gonna tell you guys all about our amazing product line.
Gosh, Janelle, you weren't kidding. I really didn't get a fancy slide with my face on it and all mine.
So sorry.
I got to talk to your PR department over there. All right. Well, guys, it's awesome to be here and speaking with you tonight. So, Julie, thank you very much for the introduction. And gosh, how cool is it when you guys were saying all of your credentials and everything, I was like, man, the health professionals are really coming into Q Sciences like crazy. I mean, I'm a dietitian, exercise physiologist. Janelle, with your experience, and Sarah, you do all kinds of cool stuff with body movement. And I got to talk to you about some of the thoughts I have coming into my body. I think they might be a little bit crazy sometimes. So it's really cool to see all the health professionals coming to to Q Sciences. And that really kind of speaks to, I think, the quality of our products, the ingenuity and the innovation that is coming about. And then you can't have an effective supplement company, a company that's having 1,200% growth in such a short time, without having products that are literally changing people's lives, that people are taking and feeling a real difference. And I will be the first one to tell you, as a health professional, I've been a bit of a crusader against supplements in my career, because I know that there's no such thing as a miracle pill. You can get great results and facilitate incredible results with products, but it really comes down to, basic lifestyle habits. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis to take care of yourself? And one of the things that attracted me to Q Sciences was they bring all of that together. They don't just, kind of try to tell you that, here's a pill, it's going to get you completely to your goal. They give you everything else to succeed. They address every kind of area of people's health, including some aspects that people don't usually attribute to health, like your financial health, for example. I'm going to get to talk to you about some really cool things that we're doing to improve the financial health of families, to reduce stress, to make the home environment a better place for people, improve relationships without financial stresses, just some really great stuff. But first, I'm going to get to talk to you about products. And one of the main reasons that they let me do that on these calls is because I am a dietitian. I've been working with supplements for about 14 years now. So, and I've only partnered with 2 supplement companies in my entire career, the entire duration of my career. And one was a company that I actually helped build. So I was involved in every step of the research and development, the ingredient selection and the sourcing, the entire supply chain, to make sure that the products were safe and effective, because I like to know what I'm putting in my family and my body's family, that it is safe, for you to be taking. And unfortunately, a lot of products on the market are not. So the second company that I've partnered with in my 14-year career was Q Sciences. And I had the opportunity to sit down with the owners and ask them very specific and targeted questions to see what do they have in place to make sure the products are safe. So, I did not take that decision lightly. And so the first product that I want to talk to you guys tonight about is the Q Core. And so as a health professional, this is actually my favorite product in all of Q Sciences, because it does address all of those foundational health aspects. It's a 3-in-1 product. So the 3 products that you see on your right are all found in the Q Core. And this is a product that's going to take care of all of your vitamins and mineral needs. It's going to manage the amount of inflammation in your body, which is really important because inflammation is the root cause of all major diseases. And then it's going to take care of your gut health too. So I'm sure a majority of people at this point have heard about the effects of good or bad gut health. Your gut is responsible for your immune system. It's involved in sleep. 90% of your serotonin, which is your good mood chemical, is made in your gut. So really important to take care of gut health. So Q Core is a product that you can take and feel and see a real difference in a short amount of time. In fact, it's the most reordered product in all of Q Sciences. And this product was actually conceived as a help to people's mental health. So the Q Max, our original flagship formula, has what we call brain optimization blend in it to help with mental balance and well-being. So that's kind of how it gained its popularity and its following. And then, like I said, if you are somebody who is into residual income, anybody who shops with you and purchases the Q Core, the chances are really high that they're gonna purchase it again because the results are so good. So Q Core it's like our flagship product, the backbone of our businesses. And then also when I was kind of working, I did personal training for a while, working with clients one-on-one for all different kinds of reasons, whether it be muscle growth or weight loss, or just trying to, basic things like improving sleep. And in those circumstances, I would always recommend a product like Q Core to kind of restore the body back to its baseline balance, because it's much easier to, perform at work or take on daily tasks or start new projects if your physical health is good. We've grown a team of over, I think, 6,000 people now in the last 10 months. So that's been a lot of responsibility. We're operating in 4 countries. And so even though I'm a dietitian, we don't always get a chance to eat balanced meals. And when we don't, the Q Core is a product that, kind of has our back to bridge those nutrition gaps. So we also have a kids core. It's a great kids product, same concept to help bridge any nutrition gaps. And then in the bottom left, you'll see oral sprays. So I'm going to talk to you, kind of throughout this entire presentation about how innovative Q Sciences is. And this is one of the things that really grabbed my eye, is these oral sprays. So these things are about as big as a pen. You just spray them in your mouth for sublingual delivery. What that means is it's not a capsule that goes through the digestive tract. It actually just absorbs through the blood vessels in your mouth. So it absorbs in a really high amount and really fast. So these things pack a punch. And they taste great. The price point is really incredible, about $17 for an entire 30-day supply. And we have vitamin D3, vitamin B12, vitamin C plus zinc. So if you're somebody who wants to get your vitamins, but you don't necessarily do well with capsules or swollen capsules, this is a great option for you. We also have specialty sprays. The sleep spray is actually a particular favorite of mine. I'm actually recovering from illness right now, and it was very hard to sleep. So having the sleep spray to fall back on, to help my body get the rest that it needed to recover was really helpful. And it doesn't rely on a huge dose of melatonin. As a health professional, that's like one of my biggest qualms with sleep aids, is they just give you a huge melatonin dump, which I don't think is very good for the body. So the sleep formula, it has such a low dose melatonin, but it relies on some other natural herbs to, help you fall asleep quicker and stay asleep longer. And then in the fitness and weight management space, we do really great work. Like I had mentioned before, I'm not big on miracle pills. I won't go near any company that touts results that I just know. I've been around supplements for so long, I know what's possible in terms of results. When I kind of look at a company, I look very closely, first and foremost, how do they market their supplements related to health and fitness, and especially weight loss. And one of the things that really caught my eye about Q Sciences is that in addition to great products and formulation to help you lose weight, to help you control appetite, to give you the energy to work out, they also offer the systems that you need to be successful in your fitness journey. So they help you change your habits. They actually have an app called the MyQFit app, where they give you for $30 a month, which is an amazing price. They give you your own personal trainer and your own nutritionist. So these are real people, real professionals for you to work with, that are going to customize your workouts, customize your diet, whatever your goals are, whatever your dietary preferences are. They're going to tailor make a program for you. And really the magic happens in results when you kind of customize the routine. So we've had some amazing results, with people combining these products with the MyQFit app. So really great stuff. And then if you are, maybe you have always wanted to empower people through health, but you don't want to go to school for 5 or 6 years like I did to be a dietitian, offering the MyQFit app as a part of your business is a great way for you to kind of get the fulfillment and satisfaction of empowering other people's health. So I must be talking too much. They skipped ahead slides on me, so I'm sorry. I get excited when I talk about this stuff. So the next couple products that you see on your screen are actually brand new. And this is going to be responsible. Julie was talking about the business curve here. We're around $100 million company right now, on pace to be a household name, and just to put it bluntly, to be $1 billion company in the next 3 to 5 years. And it's because of the innovation that you see with products like the collagen on your left. So if you're not familiar with collagen, it's a really, really incredible protein. It's actually the most abundant protein in the body. But along the way, somewhere around in our 20s, we stopped making the collagen, that our bodies made when we were younger. So the stuff that keeps our skin tight, that keeps our, the vigor in our muscles, that keeps the wrinkles and the aging away. So collagen is really amazing for, your hair, skin, and nails. Tremendous anti-aging benefits. Alyssa, my fiance, might kill me for telling the story, but she was actually recovering from COVID like me, the same illness. And I was looking at her sitting on the couch the other day, and I was like, you literally look like 5 years younger, and you're in the middle of having COVID. I was honestly shocked looking at her. And then she called me in the bathroom a little bit ago, like literally a couple hours ago. I was like, feel the skin on my stomach, how soft it was. she'll probably hate me for telling that story, but this stuff is great for your skin, for anti-aging effects, the collagen. It's medical grade, really, really impressive stuff. And then on your right here, we have terpenes, which were actually just released today. So if you've never heard the word terpenes, basically what you're talking about is the active part or the beneficial part of plants. People have always been able to get the benefits of plants through things like essential oils or other different types of supplements, but Q Sciences was able to find a way to isolate and concentrate the terpenes, which the terpenes are the most effective part of the plant. So we know what terpenes give what results, and we were able to isolate those and put those in specific products. So we have, you can see the 3 bottles here. We have the Create, the Comfort, and the Chill. Really, really amazing products. You just kind of, you dip them or use the dropper to put them under your tongue, and they absorb, similar to the sublingual that we talked about earlier. So they absorb in really high concentration and really high amounts. And since they're the concentrated part of the plant, they're really effective. We actually got our hands on these products a little bit early because we went to a conference where they had them out, passed them out. And so, throughout COVID, the Comfort was really, really huge for us, just because, gosh, I had so many body aches and things. So Comfort is great for kind of soothing the body. And the Chill, I actually tried for the first time today, which I probably shouldn't tell this story either, but I got a drink earlier, a coffee drink from a coffee shop, and I think they over caffeinated it because I was like, it was just too much caffeine for my body. And I was like, well, let me try the Chill because I don't like feeling this like jittery feeling. And within 5 minutes, my body was literally calm, like there was no negative effects from the caffeine. So you guys probably think I'm nuts giving myself caffeine and then taking the edge off with Chill, but it really works to calm you down, and kind of relax you. So these plant-based products are really incredible, really great results, and kind of one of the reasons why Q Sciences is going to become a household name. We can go to the next slide. All right, so how can you get involved with Q Sciences? So myself, Julie, Janelle, and Sarah, we are all what we call ambassadors. So we are in this to grow a business, make income, grow a big business and produce a residual income over many years. That's what we're doing here. But if you're somebody who's not worried about having a second income stream or don't necessarily need a second income stream, then you can just get involved on the results side, become what we call a preferred customer. It's $10 a year, and you get wholesale pricing on every single product. So you get really great prices. And so you can take advantage of, it doesn't matter kind of what you're looking for. We have something to help you. Maybe you're on your fitness journey and you need a little kind of pep in your step to get faster results. There's not too many places you can go to get your own nutritionist and your own kind of personal trainer for $30 a month. So maybe you want to take advantage on the fitness side, or maybe you drink too much caffeine and need something to level you out. So you could use terpenes. Really, we have so many great products that can kind of benefit you in all areas of your life. So you also can shop as a preferred customer and earn reward points. So you turn your rewards in for free products. So it's really great to try some cool stuff. And then as far as, did you want me to cover the ambassador? Was that on the screen?
Yeah. If you wanna go through, or you or Julie, doesn't matter who wants to take on the comp plan.
Okay,
rock,
yeah,
paper, scissors.
So yeah, there are 4 different ways to get paid in Q Sciences if you become an ambassador. The first way, you can see box 1 in the top, this is going to be your customer sales. So basically, when you become an ambassador, you get your own storefront, your own kind of e-commerce site. And then if you're just talking to somebody, like when you get started, you say, hey, I tried Q Core. I've been on it for 5 days. Like my mood has completely leveled out. I have more energy. Even my hair is feeling softer. And you're just talking to your friends like this, and they say, well, man, I want to give that a shot. Like, what is it? All you do is send them your link, and then they can purchase it right from your e-commerce store. And then that money kind of comes into your business and turns into a paycheck for you. And we pay incredible rates on, our customer volume, from 15 to up to 50% commissions. So we actually ran a promo, I think 2 months ago now, with 50% payout on customer sales. So we have somebody on our team who is doing 12,000 in customer volume per month. So they're getting a $6,000 paycheck. And they've been in this business, I think now for 5 months. So that's just on the strength of the products and the results that people are getting and kind of returning to their storefront and shopping with them. So the customer payouts, are really great. And then box 2, if you are looking to kind of build a team, you have your store, but then you also have people in your network with their storefronts. So instead of one storefront, you're operating 10, 15, 20, 25 storefronts, to kind of get these products in people's hands, to get people, the benefit of all of this stuff. And when you start having multiple storefronts in your business, like you can see the rank of builder here, that means you have, three orders coming into your business. That is $50 a month with a $100 bonus. The rank of pro is 6 orders coming into your business. That's $100 every single month with another $100 bonus. The rank of executive, 15 orders per month. That's $250 paycheck every single month. That rate does not fluctuate. That amount does not change. And then another $300 bonus on top of it. So by the time you've hit executive, you can be looking at almost $1,000. And one of my jobs and Julie's job and Janelle's job is to help people kind of reach that rank of executive within the first 30 days. So, they're getting their initial investment back times like 10. So we try to work fast for you to get your business in the green. And then Julie, do you want to cover FFM, box 4 and everything?
Absolutely. So we have something really cool that is it's just in the United States right now, but they are beta testing it in Guam at the moment. So I'm really hopeful that we will have it in Canada really soon. I'm so sorry, my husband is snoring so loud, and I feel like I have to explain it because I'm sure you can hear it. He will die when he sees the replay of this. Anyway, so unprofessional, but I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Anyone can do this business, guys. I'm telling you, like.
Do you want me to go over it? Do you want me to go over it? I can go over it.
I just want to mute myself.
Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty new, but I'm going to take a whack at this. So box number 3 is you get these amazing bonuses too as well, and they're not timed. So with box 3, when you hit a certain like ranking and title, you get an automatic bonus. To maintain that, you get that too as well, which is amazing. And then also for box 4, FFM, which is in the States, of course, and maybe in Australia, maybe not, just in the States. But this basically is just like you're getting your own financial coach. And also when you hit the ranking of elite, you get that literally put towards any debt of your choice, whether it is a car or whether it is mortgage or any kind of debt you want. And so I think it's super smart because Q Sciences is so focused on helping you save money and to build financial success, but also become educated too as well. Getting your own financial coach is amazing. That's kind of the comp plan overall, which when I was in a different company, I never saw something like this before until I came over here. And this comp plan it's simple. It's 1 page. It's not complex. I can even explain it being this for 1 month long. I can already explain it. So it's pretty incredible. I'm going to switch to the next slide. How is the snoring going over there? Okay, so basically a system that works. So basically, I have a dog in the background, I apologize. So the system with Q Sciences really works in a sense where like when you come on board with us, whether it's ambassador, customer, eventually that ambassador, we have amazing, simple onboard training. And so it's not complex. You're not by yourself. You have people like myself, Julie, Sean, Sarah, who help guide you within the system. And we have endless amount of calls every single week. We've got calls with people who used to be firefighters who kind of like can resonate with your whole personal story yourself. It's a plug and play system. And I like that because it's simple, it's kind of cookie cutter, and it's not complex. And you honestly can earn before you learn. again, my first month into this, and I've already made, $200 in US dollars for bonuses. And I'm still learning. This is my first time talking on these calls, and I'm still learning about it. And we give you all the tools to start. We give you everything to start, and we're there to support you from the very beginning, which is pretty incredible. So what's next? So if you've watched this call and you're intrigued about the products, reach out to Sarah or myself or anybody invited to this call, and watch the system, watch how we do these calls, and watch how we build with each other and support each other, and then ask for a checklist, because we have all the tools here and all the support along the way. So I'm going to pass it off to Sarah to end the call and answer any questions people may have.
There we go. Oh, I'm such a Zoom master. So thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It was wonderful that we all got to collect and share. It's nice having a wealth of information. And look at us, little physiologists in this corner here. It's gorgeous. So I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you for donating your time. Thank you for providing your attention. If you have questions, ask them and they will be answered. I am a hound in a lot of these group chats, asking for information and like constantly going to Janelle and being like, I need this and this and this. and all of that is answered. And if there isn't an immediate answer, it's like 24 hours and you've got an answer in your inbox. So I highly recommend you ask questions. If you are looking at this from the product perspective, asking questions about other people's experiences with products is great. For myself, the ones that I have gotten on board with and I'm really enjoying are the Armor. So that's the mushroom blend. I'm really liking that. I'm mixing it with a variety of things. The greens, I don't drink coffee at the moment, and the greens has been my pre-workout. And I've hammered my workouts. I'm training for a few competitions at the moment, and that has been like my secret weapon. And any questions or those popping through? Yeah, but I just wanted to say like, thank you. If you've got questions about the products, let us know. If you've got questions about the business element of this, please let us know as well. I'm really intrigued in product. Janelle is really onto the business side of this. So if you've got questions about either of those, then if you're on the West Coast and you're within our team, then feeling free to speak to us. And then Julie and Sean, also a huge wealth of information. So thank you for the two of you for being here and staying up so late. Appreciate it.